Coming up on Look Today, well, we've got updates on the affordable housing issue in our region. I've got details. And the village of Lake George receives 2 grants. More on that coming up. And the Upstate Anti-Hate Alliance holds its first meeting in Saratoga. I've got details. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson and this is Look Today. In tonight's program, I sit down with Joanne Hume. She's the Interim Executive Director of the Saratoga County EOC. And we're joined by Lillian McCarthy. She's the Director of Community Services. They're here to talk about what they do for the community and how you can help during the holiday season. I also sit down with Cheryl Hage Perez. She's the Executive Director for Vet Help. She's here to give us an update on their first Veterans Ball and how they're going to help veterans during the holiday season. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, we've got some updates on the issue of affordable housing in Saratoga Springs. Now, 60% of the population in our area still pays more than 30% of their income for living expenses. Now, this includes housing, food, and other basic necessities. Well, this falls beneath the threshold of affordable living. Now, community groups such as Habitat for Humanity and leaders like Mayor Joanne Yepsen of Saratoga continue to make affordable housing more of a priority. Now, we spoke to the mayor about this.
I think this is our #1 challenge and should be our #1 priority, to make sure that we have different price points of housing on the market for all Saratogians to be able to stay in their own city and afford it.
Now, we also spoke to the mayor about an upcoming meeting that's going to be open to the public.
A number of different speakers are going to be talking about this issue. We're going to be looking at an ordinance, perhaps. We're going to be looking at some new laws that are being instituted on the federal level that may affect us. We're going to be looking at the recent market study results that have come back regarding the need of affordable housing in this city.
The date for that meeting, by the way, is December 14, and we'll have updates on this event when we gather more details. In other news, well, here's an update on a story we told you about yesterday. Lake George recently received 2 $25,000 grants for Shepherd Park. Now, the funds will go to improve the amphitheater and the sound system. Well, we spoke to Mike Casula. He's the Executive Director of the Lake George Regional Chamber of Commerce.
The opportunity to have some matching funds to enable us to, and actually enable the village to make some much needed improvements to the Shepherd Park amphitheater is wonderful, because there is so much going on down at that park, and pretty much during the summertime, entertainment every night, free entertainment, by the way.
Now, we also had the chance to talk to Michael about the upcoming winter season in Lake George.
Just the other day with the snow, a good sign that winter's here. What does that mean? Skiing, snowmobile, and hopefully a frozen lake, because we need that for Winter Carnival. But just prior to the Winter Carnival activities taking place will be the ECHL, the Eastern Conference Hockey League All-Star Game being held here in the Glens Falls Civic Center Arena. But on that Tuesday night prior to the game, all of the festivities and activities will be taking place here in Lake George.
Happy Thanksgiving, Mike. All right, switching from news to weather. Today saw blue skies and temperatures were in the low 40s. Let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up for the Thanksgiving holiday. For a more detailed look at the weather, we're going to head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast. Back to the news. Well, the Upstate Anti-Hate Alliance met last night in Saratoga Springs at the Public Library. The meeting began a public discussion to find out what the community can do to make people feel safer. Now, there are around 45, 50-plus people in attendance. Now, the alliance was formed after the recent national election in an effort to unite the community to combat hate. We spoke to Layla Lakos about the formation of the alliance.
Just the fact that we do have a diverse community, and it is important to recognize that people might not be feeling safe and that they might not have been feeling safe before. So that's where the idea came from, was that we wanted something here in Saratoga, not in Albany or Troy.
Yeah. And we also spoke to the co-founder, Jamie Gandrin, about the event.
We wanted it to just be bringing people together to say, like, this is how I need to feel safe, and this is what you can do to make me feel safe. And that's kind of our goal, really.
I think it's a wonderful opportunity to raise this issue. Up next, I sit down with Joanne Hume. She's the interim executive director, Saratoga County EOC. And we're joined by Lillian McCarthy. She's the Director of Community Services. They're here to talk about what they do for the community and how you can help during the holiday season. And I also sit down with Cheryl Hage Perez. She's the Executive Director for Vet Help. She's here to give us an update on the first Veterans Ball and also how they're going to help veterans during the holiday season. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. Just one lookout that I want to tell you about, but before I do that, I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. It's going to be a short week for us. We're a small but mighty team, so when we have the advantage of taking a day off, we do. So that day will be Friday, and we'll be back again on Monday. Also, just a reminder that the Paradox Saints are going to be at the 190 Bar and Grill on Friday night. They've been in residence up there all month long. Great original band. You've got to catch these guys. And they're also going to mix it up a bit on Friday night in a tribute to none other than the Beatles. All right? Tonight on Look TV, it's a Saratoga City Council meeting. And don't forget, tune in Monday night for the stories that matter to you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Bye.